Hello everyone. Today a new episode of Miraculous Ladybug was released, which I very discreetly watched during my break in school because the spoilers kept coming. So this is my review of the whole episode, and I will be reading it at the end of the video. Okay, so it starts off right after everything takes place, which gives us an idea of the how hectic the day was for Marinette and Adrien, and also gave us a better idea on the timeline of season 5. Because the timeline of the show is pretty crazy, and like I'm genuinely confused on how things go. But they pretty much gave us a recap on how he stole the miraculous and how he became Adrien for like a couple hours, and then Suhan showed up, and I honestly hated this part of the episode, and I hated this scene. They made him out to be some sort of joke than a guardian who's supposed to be very wise, and yes, he does have old beliefs and he needs to give room for the younger generation. But Ladybug literally lost almost all the miraculouses. Like he should have offered some sort of training, but no. He just cries about modern technology and about his kitty videos, and then he runs off like he always does, and it still makes me mad. Like I'm just thinking about it, and it makes me so mad. Like this is character assassination. Anyway, like maybe I just like it's probably true, but like I was hoping for a full-on confrontation, showing him like he yells at Lady Marinette at first, but then he opens up to her and like listens to her and like offers her training. But and like it was sure like how we trust her, but no. But instead we get him crying and like acting like a pathetic baby, and then he frolics off to get support. Like he's like some Little Red Riding Hood, like he just frolics off. Okay, so after that clear attempted character assassination, we move on to Ladybug and Cat Noir becoming Cosmo Bug and Astro Cat. So they head off to Felix's estate in London, which looks amazing, honestly. And I am actually glad for this change in scenery since it prevents the background from becoming boring. And while they travel, we see Ladybug using Wikipedia, which I'm like, yes, queen, we love those shortcuts in life. Like we all use them for like homework, work, other stuff. And we see that Felix's last name is actually Fathom, which means that Fanfic lied to me. I thought his name was Felix the Graham Vanilli or something. Vanilla. And I cannot fathom what happened in the next scene as we find out that Felix is apparently missing, so the heroes give up and go home. So then we get an emotional scene of a Marinette de-transforming and going home, and I honestly like this because one, I like it when characters are emotional because it makes them relatable, and two, because this is a great example of show not tell. It's something that this show struggles with, Kuruna. This was honestly one of my favorites from this episode. You know, like you see Marinette like going to all the memories that she had with the Kwame, and it was just such an emotional scene. And then she calls Alia, and then we move on. Adrien, who regrets his decision to trust Felix and decides to follow Marinette's advice and also Kagami's, but like the writer said screw her and like forgot about her. So he tells his dad that he does not want to be a model, and honestly the next part made me laugh, and I was trying to be quiet because I was in class in lunch in my classroom. So because Adrien came inside his father's office thinking that's going to be some big dramatic like scene with lots of emotion and yelling. Instead we get him saying, okay cool bro, okay cool, like what else? He does not get, and like it's funny and how he was so chill about it. Like in the season 4 finale he was like, go to your room. Now it's like, okay bro, that's fine, that's chill. So then and there's also the scene of Gabby threatening and squaring the cons, which we love, like we love a daily dose of threats from Gabby himself. Anyway, so after that we see Marinette and Alia talking about Adrien and how she wants to give him up for the 10th or 100th time. I've lost count at this point. And we also get a recap of all the Adrienette moments from throughout the show, and also the glorified reminder of the statue scene. After cringing at that and realizing that she actually barely knows Adrien and that he can differentiate between him and a freaking statue, she decided to give up on him, which I'm like, character growth, reverse love square. Okay, that's a maybe, but like maybe we might get the reverse love square, which I want, but no. Instead we get Mara going back to panicking when she sees that Adrien call, and instead of dealing it with like a mature person who has a better handle on their emotions, and she does what any teenager would do, and she gives it to her best friend. Honestly, like same girl. Like if my crush was like calling me and stuff, I would have been like, my friend, I would have sent them my friend's number, and then she would be making my business calls, just telling everyone how amazing I am. And honestly, Alia's response was just hilarious. Like she exposed her bestie, like, and with her actually being in the room, even though she denied it. And after that, Mirna snatches the phone from her after hearing that he's quitting modeling, which I'm like, same girl, give me that phone. And that was a sweet ADRIENETTE moment, which like shall live rent free in my head. And then we see Alia be the audience when by being frustrated at Marinette for not realizing that Adrian could possibly like her for more than just a friend. which means reverse love square, because we get a scene with Flag and Adrian afterwards, with Flag making fun of Adrian for being blind. And honestly, this feels like something out of a fanfic, which means that the writers have finally decided to listen to the audience. So bravo. But also, like, Flag's the best Kwame and like the best character other than Adrian. So then after Adrian goes to bed, we see the queen herself enter Mademoiselle Natalie, who she has graced her screen with her presence. And I honestly think this is a pretty much saying goodbye to Adrian, since it's just her staring at him while he's asleep, which is kind of creepy, but like still, and like it shows that like she cares about Adrian. So like if Cat Blanc, like, she finds out his identity or something, she'll probably keep it a secret, and like maybe he could have another ally, you know, like he doesn't have any yet. Okay, so then we move on to the next day at school, with Alice's father telling everyone about her superhero lifestyle and like pretty much exposing her identity, which is fine because Ladybug said so, and like telling everyone, and that's fun and all, but like Madame Boucher is still pregnant. I thought they abandoned that from the NYC special. Character continuity. I'm so proud of this show. Like, this is growth, and they have come so far. So anyway, we see the class panicking over the situation, and Max was making it worse for everyone by using statistics for the chances of victory. But honestly, with that in mind, it would make Gabby losing even more funny. You know why? Because he has maths on his side, and he's still gonna lose, because the heroes always win. And I guess math was gonna stand a chance against his stupidity. And anyways, we then see Chloe being the only realistic character by talking about Cat Noir and Ladybug's incompetence, which is honestly fair, because like as a civilian, you don't know what happened behind the scenes. You don't know. You would pretty much care about your safety, and after like two superheroes promising that security, you pretty much get threatened. Like everyone else get threatened by the villain who was gonna kill you in the first place, and they fail to do their jobs. And honestly, if I was Chloe, if I was like part of the Parisian civilization, I would be fuming. Like I would be angry, but like honestly, like since Chloe is supposed to be the worst according to Thomas Astrid, you know, like we're supposed to disagree with her. So like, yeah, I hate you, Chloe. Okay, so then Lila of all people calmed the situation down, and then we move on to the time skip montage. Oh, and I almost forgot. Adrian gives Marinette these lovey-dovey eyes which just scream reverse love square to me. Give it to me! So in the montage, we see Ladybug and Cat Noir watching and standing and making sure that Paris is safe. And then we go to Adrian seeing Gabby and Kagami's mom to be conspiring. And then we go to him high-fiving and just bumping Alia and Nina. But instead of doing the same thing to Marinette, he leans to kiss her cheek. Which I know is a very common Parisian greeting, but why only Marinette? But then she pulls away and shakes his hand, which is like a parallel to the statue scene. So like Adrian is getting a taste of his own medicine, so like it's fine. Then we see Milan leading a yoga session in the park with Ivan supporting her and a bunch of other people following her lead. And then we see Nora teaching Alia and Nina to fight, and like Nina looks so cute in this blue boxing gear. Like I need that, and I need Adrian in boxing gear as well. And I feel like our Sunshine Boy would look so adorable in like, I don't know, like green or yellow. I don't know. Black. It would like give him black boxing gear. Like imagine if it's leather, I would die of laughter because that's Cat Noir showing. So this one is like a cycle since you go back to the crime fighting duo sitting and keeping watch to make sure everyone is safe. And then we go to Adrian greeting his friends and awkwardly smiling at Mara, which is so cute, and then proceeds to kiss her cheek, and Mara tries shaking her right hand, which gets blocked by Alia. But then Mara decides to use her other hand, which is honestly something I would do, so I can't complain. But look at Adrian's face. Poor baby looks so disappointed at himself. So, but like to be fair, like he would just kiss the hand, like he does it with Levi, but we all know he could do it, but he doesn't. Anyways, then we see yoga with Milan with fewer members, and then Nora punching the monarch dummy it was actually able to shadow ready dummy, but like I'm too lazy to fix my script, so I'm not going to. And then we see confused Sunshine Boy agent posing to be scanned while Gabby, Lila, and Kakami's mom watch, and Adrien showing his distaste. And then Adrien shows his distaste of Lila, which we love. And then we see a yoga session with just me and then Ivan, to which I say, one, we love Ivan being a supportive boyfriend, and two, why isn't Minnan doing it at home? At this point, and she just hogging out so much space at the goddamn party, just do it at home at this, like, huh? Then we see Nora joining Alia and Nino in their video game shenanigans as the Monarch dummy lays forgotten. I have to say that we see one of my favorite Lady Noah moments of all time, with them just playing cards, and I literally scooped out of a fanfic, and I love that. Honestly, I was hoping for a picnic to make it more fanfic and perfect, but I don't want to bite more than I can chew. Honestly, this montage was a great way to show the audience how the characters spend their time while Monarch was on his vacation, and how the panic started to die down without spending too much time on wasting our time. And it is a great way to focus, and so that we have more time to focus on the characters and the Akuma stuff. So after that, we see Adrien greeting Alia and Nino as he always does, and then proceeds to go and kiss Marinette's cheek, and Alia blocks both her hands so she cannot avoid the kiss. And to that I say, let Marinette choose and give her space, because she's clearly uncomfortable. Like, why Alia is supposed to be her bestie? But thank goodness she gets interrupted by an akumatized Ikari Gozen, who starts to destroy Paris, so both the heroes have to go and transform. So we see Ladybug be doubtful, but Cat Noir cheers her up and they fight. But then Ladybug gets smacked by Karigozen, which feels like a parallel to Glacier 2. Is it just me? But like Ladybug throwing Cat Noir in the trash, like, is it just me? Also, we stand Cat Noir calling Monarch out for being an idiot for reusing Akuma villain despite having so much power. Imagine him finding out that it's actually his father, who he's like terrified of. Like, imagine that. So then Ladybug starts to lose a couple of brain cells as she does not call her lucky charm immediately, since she needs it to reverse the damage. But they need to pad out the runtime, so she tells Cat Noir to trigger Cataclysm, which fails obviously because we need lucky charm, because that's the plot armor. And then Ikari Gozens ends up making the mouse miraculous to multiply. Also, is it just me, or is the full grip of Ikari Gozen terrifying, because it feels so aggressive, and like Girly needs to calm down, like chill. We are yoga, take Milan's yoga lessons, like chill. That's just me probably. Also, like, Cat was just calling everyone out in this episode, like, with him telling Ikari that if she wants to get rid of Force, then why should she want their old miraculous? Give them monarchs. And also, like, the look Ladybug gives him, like, makes my hope for, like, a love square reversal go even higher. So, like, after wasting a bunch of time, Ladybug finally calls her Lucky Charm, and the Lucky Charm is a fishing rod, so she does her Ladybug thing and manages to catch the Akuma. Also, I want the Adrien and Marinette fishing date. Like, please and thank you. Then the episode gets even more interesting since we see that Tomu did not have the mouse miracle with her despite using the powers. So that means that Gabby doesn't lose the miraculous per episode. So will he lose them all at once? Because I feel like that's worse. But also, like, how did Gabby manage to squeeze his brain cells hard enough to think of this without Natalie? Like, he needs her. And then we see Tomu telling Gabby that the prototype worked, which means that she is working with him. Honestly, that would probably make a lot of theorists happy, and also show that she will be important this season, maybe on Kagami. Also because, like, her logo is in the season intro, so she will be important. And then we have my favorite part of the episode, because it makes me laugh so hard. So it is apparently a new product that Gabby produces with Tomu, which are these super advanced ring or something thingy thingamajig that can act like Siri but with Adrien or Lila's face and can warn people of Akumas. But I have a question. How expensive is this product? Like, it looks like it would cost a lot. Like, maybe as much as Apple if the technology is common, but like if it's not, it's gonna be expensive. Like, he's making that profit. Now, the reason why this is my favorite scene is because, number one, Gabby's new look. He looks like the man from KFC. Or like President Snow from the Hunger Games. Like, my poor guy just ages quickly in like a couple of weeks. What? Like, is this the miraculous is doing this to make him older? Or did he purposefully dye his everything white and then he whitewash himself? Because he looks whiter. Is that just me? And two, I love how Adrian decides to quit modeling. So Gabby decides to exploit his son by scanning him so he can still make a profit for his dad. Like, I need to take an economics class from him. Like, it's so funny to me how Adrian does not want to be a model or be like the image for his dad's company. So the obvious solution was to make a copy of him for everyone to access. Oh, and Lila is also a part of it, but like, who cares? And so then Gabby answers Adrian's question about him not wanting to be a model. Like, this is the most obvious solution to human existence, and that is where the episode ends. Like, before the end card, and then we do get a post-credit scene with Amelie revealing that she had been lying to Ladybug and Cat Noir about Felix's location, and that she actually believes his innocence. Bichari. Then we see Felix interacting with Justu for a couple seconds, but acts as like a warning for the audience. And honestly, like free Justu and Nuru, like they went through so much, and like he does not, and like they do not deserve this. And then this is where the episode ends. Overall, it was a pretty good episode. I managed to advance the plot forward while giving us some classic plot twists and shipping content. But the scene with Suhan, I really did not like it. Like, it knocks it down a couple of blocks for me. So I will give it a 7 out of 10, which is still better than Evolution. But like, I liked Evolution, but like, I like this better. A lot better, but it's still 7 out of 10. So anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out when I post a new video. Bye guys!